collection of fairy tales, detective stories, adventure stories, and science fiction stories by Tron Quiet. The Adventures of the Tortoise and the Hare, Episode 8, Mysterious Theft at Night at the Supermarket.
The night was wild and stormy, rain lashing against the windows of Shelley the Turtle's cozy burrow. Suddenly, her special carrot phone buzzed with an urgent call. She held the little orange device to her ear, her eyes widening. "The Black Squirrel Gang is hiding in the old supermarket," a voice crackled. "They're planning to steal the golden carrot again." Shelley quickly hopped over to Zip the rabbit's house, the urgent news tumbling out. Zip's ears twitched. "The golden carrot? Not on our watch," he declared, thumping a paw on his chest. They knew they had to act fast, but they needed a plan, a very sneaky plan. "Disguises," Shelley whispered, pulling out a black hoodie for Zip and a shiny helmet with oversized sunglasses for herself. Zip pulled on the hoodie, his long ears poking out comically. Shelley adjusted her helmet, looking both mysterious and, well, ridiculously funny. They were ready for their secret mission. Under the cover of the dark, stormy night, Zip and Shelley crept towards the abandoned supermarket. The old building loomed, dark and silent, its windows like vacant eyes. A shiver ran down Zip's spine, but Shelley nudged him forward with a brave little flipper. Inside, it was even creepier. The air hung thick with dust, and as they tiptoed past towering, rusty shelves, a low, drawn-out creak echoed through the vast space. Then, with a sudden clink-clank, a stack of old, dusty cans tumbled down, making Zip jump. Flickering fluorescent lights, hanging precariously from the ceiling, cast their long, stretched shadows on the grimy walls. Shelley watched her own shadow dance and twist, making her look like a giant, wobbly monster. Every little sound made her shell tingle. They followed hushed whispers to the back of the supermarket, towards a dark storage room. The door was slightly ajar, a sliver of light escaping from within. Zip held up a paw, signaling Shelley to stop, and they both peeked inside, their hearts thumping like drums. And there they were. Boss Squirrel, a grumpy-looking squirrel with a mischievous grin, was surrounded by his Black Squirrel Gang. They were huddled over a map, whispering excitedly about their plan to snatch the golden carrot. But they weren't alone. From another corner of the room, a new group emerged from the shadows, the Spiky Hedgehog crew. These hedgehogs wore tiny leather jackets, their backs bristling with sharp quills, and they were armed with skewers and toothpicks. They looked surprisingly fierce. Both sides faced each other under the flickering lights, the wind howling through a broken window, adding to the tension. Zip gulped, his voice a tiny squeak. How do we fight that many?" The screen cuts to black.